got the kids?
They're at my mother's.
This is ridiculous. Look, Mim. Why can't we just talk without all this bloody pantomime?
Because I know you.
I'm not having adultery. If you go for adultery, I'll contest all the way. And I want access. Those kids need me. You've stewed me in guilt long enough, Lovey. I am done. Now turn off the heat or I'm going to stick to the sides.
Don't be more melodramatic than you can help, will you? Don't go on. You can say what you have to say when the solicitor comes in.
Is it anyone I know? I know, Mim. The kids have talked about him, and I can tell. And I'm glad. Honestly.
You're glad? Of what?
But it is adultery too. We told our friend here that. You'll have to if I contest.
Well, you were busted when we met. I can't make up my mind.
Then you just tell me how I can behave well then in all this. Look. Now look. I stopped loving you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Here. Here. I hope I never have to say anything uglier because God knows that's the ugliest thing one person can say to another, but that is the reality. That's what we have to work with. It's not whether I sleep with A or you with B. I've signed the house over. I've promised you half my salary for as long as you decide you need it now. Mim, will you please tell me what you want?
You or not you. I don't want anything between.
Forgive me, that took rather longer than I'd anticipated. You'll be Mr. Brand. Hollins, do sit down. This is slightly irregular, as you're no doubt aware, but your refusal to fee a solicitor to act for you does make the normal process rather difficult, Mr. Brand.
Yes. I think I explained why in my letter.
Yes, quite. Well, you have something to say to your wife? Would you care to proceed?
Wouldn't it be better if you signed those first?
Yes, of course.
Oh, I suggest you bring it round to the members' surgery tomorrow morning. Adelphi Hall, 12 John Street. Oh, well, it's just behind the town, are you? Oh, you know it. Good. Not at all. Good. Good night. You look knackered, son.
What was that?
Oh, the council eviction. They're coming tomorrow.
What time do you have, Alf?
22, minute after.
I've got to be in Manchester 9 at the latest. What are the buses like?
216 every 12 minutes if they're running. They've been refusing to go out after 9 weekends since that stabbing.
Better get my skates on.
What happened to the car?
My wife has it.
Hello, Bill.
How do you know you?
Oh, fine. We've got that South African thing through. Up before council next week.
Good, I'll watch out for it.
What time's last arriving?
Midday tomorrow.
Eh?
He's speaking in Liverpool tonight. I'm picking him up at the station.
You did well getting them up here. Lads at Bryant's are grateful. Well, they won't let on they are. Still taking stick, are you?
I wouldn't say that. Though I'm bound to say I'm not exactly scooping popularity plaques in the Parliamentary Labour Party either.
Never mind. We can't all be living, but we can try. Oh, and on the subject of Bryant's and the occupation, don't expect too much from it, all right?
No, hang on, Hughie. How do you mean?
Well, I've got over 50 engineering lads out there. So I'm in touch daily. Now, see for yourself tomorrow. It's not good. We've got no leverage. We've got problems, It could all just... All I'm saying is, think ahead a step or two, all right?
I spoke to Wilkinson this morning by phone. He gave no hint.
He wouldn't, would he? There's half a dozen other mills meeting this weekend with the Action Committee at Bryant's. If they can pull one, 2 maybe, it could snowball. Without support, they're in dead trouble. It's open.
Lee, come on.
Is this the Labour Party?
That's right. What can I do for you?
I want to see my MP.
What about?
Are you him?
Oh,
Well, mind your own bloody business. Is he here?
he'll be here tomorrow, 10 o'clock in the morning.
It's all right, Al. I'll look after it. All right.
Thought you said you had to get up.
All right. You sit down, Mrs.
Pilling. Elsie Pilling. Now you stand there and stand still or I'll crack you one.
I'm Bill Brand, your MP. What can I do for you?
My husband's pissed off and left me.
Uh-huh.
Left me with this lot. And another. She's 7. She's at home. I've no one that'll help. I'm from Leith, you see. All mine are up there. My dad was killed in the boat. My mum went off with someone else. So,
Where do you live, Mrs. Pilling?
29. Milton Street. Lely.
Yes. I'll talk to someone at the social services department.
I've
They'll
seen
probably...
them. They're not interested.
Mrs. Pilling, what exactly is it that you're wanting?
I'm up the spout again, aren't I? I want an abortion. What do you think I want?
Shouldn't you see your doctor?
I've seen them all. I've been up to Boothroyd's. They won't give us one. I've 4 already. I can't do with another one. Not without him.
Okay, Mrs. Pilling. I'll do what I can. I'll be in touch. It's a promise.
Lee, come on.
Right.
The pressure upon societies like this to admit into their repertoire of possible behaviours the things we've been discussing and bearing witness to tonight will of course continue. But it would be wrong, in my view anyway, for Gay-Lib and the others to conduct separate and secular struggles against the structures that oppress them. Because, again in my view, the problems that face the deviant are not finally separable from the problems that face the many others in this society who are oppressed and exploited from the cradle to the grave. And when you come to see what is to be done, that is, you inevitably realise that the problem is not sexual, but political. 100,000 families, responsible for over 300,000 children, below the official state poverty line. 3 million dependent upon supplementary benefit. 3.5 million heads of households too poor to pay the full fair rent on their houses. There are all around us greater indignities inflicted on the human spirit than the oppression of sexual predilection. You never make a sound. You should read some Reich.
Why? What did he do? Yodel?
It was a good meeting. Gay Lib had a dozen or more there. A lot of women's organisations. Wish you could have got there.
You're doing more of that now?
Mm-hmm. With my own particular emphasis, of course.
Yeah, I noticed. I heard you winding up.
You think I've got it wrong?
Well, I thought you sounded a mite opportunist. I mean, you might actually persuade the sexual deviant to see his oppression in terms of the more general oppression of the exploited classes. But will you persuade those classes to accept the deviant as an ally in the struggle?
Listen, Christ, you should have been there. There was a guy in drag started telling us about this dance at Stockport Trades Council Club. 300 trade unionists, with their husbands and wives, and 8 transvestites from Gay Lib. Right? And not a voice raised in protest all evening. Not a murmur. And Guy said, that's his name, Guy said, yeah, he went to the gents and he stood between 2 miners, skirt in his hand, huh? And one of them turned to him and said, it's better out than in, eh? You're losing touch, Mr. Brand, down there in that house of wind of yours.
Evidently.
You're a Puritan. Down below, you think it's all pretty distasteful, don't you?
Meaning you find it all pretty attractive. At last. All that crap about particular emphasis,
It's
it turns
not
you on.
crap. So what if it does?
Does it?
Sort of. In the head, maybe.
Since when?
Dunno. They force you to reconsider yourself. Stop suppressing. I think I could make love with a woman, given the right circumstances.
Well, I'll go to the foot of our stairs. By gum.
Do you find that unpleasant?
No. On reconsideration.
What about you?
I'm a Puritan, remember.
That's so. Answer the question, Bill. Hmm?
I did actually sleep with a guy once. I was 19, second year at university. Stranded at a party, miles from anywhere. The guy giving it, didn't know his name, only met him that night, offered me a bunk down. There was one bed. I was just settling down when I felt this hand reaching for me. I couldn't believe it. I was paralysed for a minute. Just long enough.
You came?
Most emphatically.
Jesus.
I was 30 before I told anyone about it. For years, my arse would go tight just thinking on it. But finally, it forced me to reconsider myself. Shall we sleep?
You've turned me on again.
Me and my big mouth.
My honourable member.
Thanks for coming.
Hiding to nothing, I suppose.
Where are you staying?
Midland?
Right. I said we'd be there by 2.
You have any business here?
Yeah, I'm the MP. This is David Last, Minister for Employment.
I see, sir. Carry on, sir. Thank you. I think that's a fair explanation of the government's position.
Not much of a message, comrade.
No, but it's the best I can do. I'm not here to con you with promises we can't keep. The PM's ordered an urgent review of the whole industry.
What's your own opinion of all this?
I'd like to think you could win.
What, you don't think we can?
I think you've got problems. Finance, access, transportation, morale.
You might have a few problems of your own come tomorrow. If we can spread the sit-ins, it wouldn't take much to bring this whole bloody shoot to a halt.
I know.
So what will you say to the men?
I'm here to tell them that we sympathize with their anger and their frustration. And we want to help. Principally, I'm here to listen.
Jeff?
OK. But I think we should have some assurance that our comrade isn't proposing to hand out advice. If only for his own sake. It's a fair while since I've seen red meat.
Wouldn't it be more fraternal to allow the comrade to take his chances?
I'm not here to advise. The government wants you out. Of that there can be no doubt. But those are not the terms I agreed to come here on. I'm not here as emissary. I'm here to learn. And if anybody here imagines I've abandoned a lifelong belief in the efficacy of militancy since I joined the cabinet, maybe he should say so.
We'll go down then. See, there's anything that might go there. You've got some things for you to take back to London when you go. Files on troublemakers. Deals with Parfitt and the union and stuff like that. Tapes of telephone conversations. We've had some copies, mate. A regular little Watergate all tucked away in the managing director's safe. They've always been on a war footing. It might help some of your less militant colleagues in Cabinet see the real situation in industry today. Right, we'll go.
Okay. Hiding to nothing.
Yes.
Thank you.
I spoke with Hughie Marsden yesterday. I need to know how things stand, Tom.
Production stopped Wednesday. The banks have turned us down. The engineers are getting sucked off into their jobs. The men are getting bored. The union won't back us, so we're living on donations hand to mouth. Friend Parfitt floating a redundancy scheme fed to him by the employers that aims to drop night shifts. That hits the Pakistanis. You can imagine what the National Front are doing with all that. I think that just about covers it, Bill. You wanna what?
Sure. This is nice.
Come in. Oh, thank you. Over here, if you would.
If you just sign this, sir.
Thanks.
You're in the government, aren't you?
Yes, that's right.
I thought you were. Never mind, eh?
Don't look now, you're surrounded.
Who's your friend, then?
Welcome to the Lead Balloon Club. Listen, I should go.
Rubbish. We'll sit down, eat your sandwich. How are you feeling?
Grand, considering. How about you?
Well, if past experience is anything to go by round about there, I shall begin to feel fine.
That's an awful lot of red-eye.
Well, you may not have noticed, Mr. Brown, but I've eaten an awful lot of shit this afternoon. But we make our own beds.
I noticed.
I spent all my life on the back benches. 32 years of principal refusal. Took me 2 hours to say yes when Arthur offered. I had lunch with my wife. She put all the arguments against. I agreed. Went back and said yes. Was I wrong?
Depends what you want.
You'll know what I want. I want to build socialism, but this way. Because here now for us there is no other.
I don't know. I don't know. That's what I studied when I was a kid. At school, then at university. It's the Central Ref, the library. I'd sit there, rediscovering the world in a poem. Done, probably. The metaphysicals were back in after centuries of neglect. I wonder by my troth what thou and I did. Lewis's unforgettable did. Till we loved, were we not weaned till then, but sucked on country pleasures childishly. 'Twas so. And opposite, at the other end of the bench maybe, there'd be a downer. A tramp, a layabout, newspaper sticking out of his boots. Matted hair, beard, sleeping, trying to sleep, in, out, the wet. They were always there, 6 or 8 maybe, different ones, and I got to thinking, why are they them and I me? I never spoke to them, except once. One of them came up to me and asked me for the price of a cup of tea. I said I hadn't got it. It's a reflex, it couldn't have been true. And he said, I've been to China and I'm back now. And then I started looking for the reasons. Him, him. Me, me. I read your book on Morris when I was 17. Your book on Tom Mann a bit later. always seen you as in a tradition, a fixity, part of an earlier great refusal. Now, there's nobody where you were. And there's nobody where you are.
You see this as a sellout, then?
No, I don't know what I see it as. The scourge of the right, they used to call you after Nye died. CND, Clause 4, rights of immigrants. You were greatly admired. What do you see it as?
I'll tell you. All those years I sat there, watched all those dull and slippery men work their way through the machine, getting their departments, pulling real levers, making decisions, seeing them enacted. Driven largely by ego, sort of adolescent lust for recognition. All the Tonys, the Bobs, the Georges, the Peters, the Jacks. When I was 60, suddenly, 30 years, like a week, all of it touchable. Bound together by what? By a sort of rhetoric. Words, precepts, arguments, ire, air on air. Not enough, I thought. I thought if our party is the real agent of socialist transformation, here and now, I mean, but that's been a bedrock of political faith for me all my adult life. Why doesn't it happen? I thought if Parliament is the real power behind our society, why, when we're in office, do we slide and squelch about like shysters and milksops when it comes to translating our programs into realities? A month later, Arthur invited me to join the government. And I just felt I no longer had the right to say no. It doesn't ever just happen. It has to be made. And it has to be led.
Couldn't it be argued that they've simply muzzled you within their collective responsibility?
Perhaps. Oh, I've lost some freedom, certainly. You saw me this afternoon. It's not pleasant. It is not wholly inconceivable now. I might make leader of the party. Even PM. I've got a base in the house, in the country. Arthur could well retire before this Parliament's through. And the right to grip on this party is not God-given.
Maybe not. The question is, will you know the difference by the time you get there?
I was in Venice with Phillida holidaying in the early 60s. We bumped into Dick Crossman. He was there on a lecture tour for the British Council. We'd arranged to meet for drinks. I just helped persuade Confronting the unilateralist program at Scarborough. And Dick was, highly amused by the whole thing. In that characteristically classical way he had of always refusing to commit to the major issues of the time. The leadership, the right that is, was very far from amused. Well, there we were. Suddenly Gateskill appeared. Door on his arm, from nowhere it seemed. Well, it turned out later that Dick had a lunch date with him, just part of his amusement to confront us with each other. Gateskill approached our table, and Dick greeted him. Stopped, stood, talked for a minute, left. He never addressed me once. never looked at me. I'll know the difference, comrade.
Listen, I ought to go.
Yes, I know. One for the road.
Oh, I can't drive with this lot inside me. I've got to get a cab.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll get away with you. It's been a pleasure.
I had these lines running through my head in there. I haven't read them in 20 years. There they were, sharp as foxes as I peed. If you came this way, taking the route you'd be likely to take, from the place you'd be most likely to come from, it would be the same at the end of the journey. If you came by night like a broken king, if you came by day not even knowing what you came for, it would be the same. When you leave the rough road and turn behind the pigsty to the dull facade and the tombstone, and what you thought you came for is only a shell, a husk of meaning, from which the purpose breaks only in fulfillment, if at all. Either you had no purpose, or the purpose is beyond the aim you figured and is altered in fulfillment.
There are other places, which also are the world's end. Some at the sea jaws, or over a dark lake, or in a desert, or a city.
But this is the nearest in place and time now, and in England.
Listen, Mike, I'll see you next week. Next Friday, all right? Well, we'll see. No promises. And we'll have a look at your reading, eh? See how you're getting on. Okay? Big kiss. See ya. Hi, babe. What? I couldn't make it this weekend. Yeah, I know that, sweetheart. Sorry. Look, next weekend, we'll drive out in the car somewhere, eh? Have lunch at the boathouse. All right, we'll go swimming. Yes. Yes. Look, I'm sorry. Yes. All right, baby. Listen. Don't go away. I love you, baby. All right? And I miss you very much. And I think about you. You give me a kiss, then. Yeah, that were a good one. Yeah, all right. Is Mummy still there? Yes. All right. Goodbye. Hi.
Hi.
Toast?
No, I'm fine. How'd it go yesterday?
Okay. We took the expected hammering out at Bryant's and got drunk together.
We? What have they got against you?
All right. Last took a hammering. I remain popular but impotent, and actually I think they do resent it.
There are clean shirts in the bathroom.
Thanks. I got so sodden I had to leave Jarrett's van down there. That's why I was late.
How'd you get on with him?
Fine, fine.
Did he talk about the job again?
Nope.
Will you take it if he offers?
I don't know.
I've been offered a job in London. I'm tempted.
What's the job?
Community project. Hackney. I like the sound of it.
Do you know any of the people?
One or two. I've been assistant to the leader.
Sounds good. When does it start?
September, I think. So, what do you think?
I think you should decide on the merits of the job. What I think is irrelevant.
I'd still like to know.
I've got more than 1,000 reasons for wanting you with me. Most of them probably deeply male chauvinist. Shirts, socks, order, food, emotional succor, sexual convenience, whipping girl, butt. The whole ancient repertoire of use, you know me. You come because you want to come. Come because you have something to come for. I don't want you to come for me, okay? Oh, and, I love you. I forgot to mention that. The ultimate blackmail.
Actually, I was thinking on more practical lines. If I do take the job, I could keep this place on for you and maybe get somewhere for us both down in London. How does that sound?
Sounds very practical.
You gotta go.
Yeah, I've got to pick up the van and drive over to Alderley Edge.
Oh, yeah? Who'd you know in the stockbroker belt, then?
It's a gynecologist. He's been refusing an abortion for a constituent. His name's Marcus. Know anything about him?
Oh, yeah, he's new. From Birmingham. Picked up a few shockwaves recently down the advice centre. Catholic, hysterically anti-abortion, part of the Birmingham ring. Talk to Joe Fitton. He'll fill you in. He's doing a pamphlet on him.
Oh, Christ, that's just what I need.
Hey. It's her who's got the real problem.
Touché. See you next week.
Yeah.
Well, do sit down, Mr. Brand. I'll pour the tea. I've called my husband. He's in the orchard, tying back or clipping or whatever it is one does with pear trees. He has the least green fingers I've ever known. Sugar?
One.
You seem quite young for a member of Parliament. I met the health minister once. What was his name? He was opening that new hospital in Birmingham. Godber, was it? Don't remember. Nice man. He seemed quite old.
It's a lovely house.
Yes, isn't it? Wasted on us, I'm afraid. Can you imagine what a few children could do in a garden like that?
I can't believe yours are all grown up, Mrs. Marple.
I'm sorry. Couldn't leave it.
It's good of you to see me.
Stephen Marples.
Bill Brand.
Ah, any of that for me?
Sit down now, Paul. I was just remarking how young Mr. Brand seemed for a Member of Parliament.
First signs of incipient aging, my darling, when you start to find your MPs looking young suddenly.
Or my consultants. I'll be in my studio if I'm wanted.
Right. She pots, you know. You know, the wheel, she makes things. She's quite good. Well, now then, this Pilling woman. I've looked at her file since we talked on the telephone. What can I tell you about her?
I understand she's been refused an abortion.
That's right.
By you.
That's right.
May I ask on what grounds?
Mr. Brown, the doctor doesn't have to offer grounds for refusing an abortion. The patient has to offer grounds why she should have one.
Mm. Which, in the case of Mrs. Pilling, you presumably reject.
Yes. Medically, she's as sound as a bell.
Psychologically?
She seems quite capable, level-headed, realistic. There's really nothing in her which
Socially?
suggests... Well, her life isn't significantly harder than tens of thousands of women who bear children quite happily without any thought of abortion.
Mr. Marples, I've spoken with the Social Services Department. Mr. Pilling has left her and has no intention of returning. She's currently having a great deal of difficulty in finding the rent for the four-room hovel she calls home, and could soon be evicted and have her children taken into care. In the view of the Social Services Department, unless she's given an abortion soon, Mrs. Pilling could well find herself a backstreet artist with possible consequences you're doubtless aware of. I beg you to think again.
That's a little hysterical, don't you think? Just a trifle. In any case, you cannot remedy one evil by perpetuating another.
Evil, Mr. Marples? It is the law of the land, this land, now, that in certain circumstances and with proper medical safeguards, pregnancies may be terminated.
I'm well aware what the law is, Mr. Brown. If Mrs. Pilling is not satisfied, she's entitled to go elsewhere. I've only one hospital.
That will be my advice to her, Mr. Marples. I'm now beginning to worry about all the others. You do terminate pregnancies, don't you? I mean, circumstances do exist where you have decided to abort the fetus rather than risk irreparable damage to the mother's health.
Mr. Brand, I suspect we've concluded our business.
Mr. Marples, I suspect we've only just begun it. Please say goodbye to your wife for me.
Yes, I shall. So,
Oh, has he gone?
Yes.
Oh, what a pity. I liked him. What did he want?
Nothing much, my darling. He just wanted to involve me in a little gentle murder.
I don't care what his status is in the profession. He's denying women in my constituency their fundamental rights in law. Yes, yes. Look, excuse me. The real question is whether you're going to do anything about it. I don't know. It's not my department. What do you mean, electoral embarrassment? I haven't met a constituent yet that doesn't believe she should have the... sure, men. Yes. They don't have the bloody problem. Right. I give you warning. I'm going to raise it. Yeah. And if that doesn't get us anywhere, I'll go to the papers. Yeah. Right.
Bill, you wanted to talk. I'm sorry, I've got a lunch appointment. I can't stop.
Oh, thanks for coming. I wanted to know what you thought about the idea of a vote strike.
Vote strike? How do you mean?
There's a two-line tomorrow on the education thing. We threaten to vote against unless they promise immediate action on quotas.
Against? Come on, Bill.
What?
I'm a parliamentary private secretary, Bill. I'm a member of the government, for Christ's sake.
You're a member of parliament for a constituency. It will lose 500 jobs within the next 3 months unless something is done, Michael.
Why don't you leave my constituency to me, old chap?
Sure.
What about the others, Swinson, Bowers?
Why don't you ask them?
No, you mean. I'm not surprised. You're a sententious bastard, Bren. Do you know that?
Come. Come in, brother. Come in. Thank you for coming. Grab a chair.
You wanted to see me?
Just wanted to chat, really. Not seen a lot of you since a little misunderstanding, shall we call it, over the finance bill. Wondered how you were getting along.
Yeah? I'm getting along famously. Or in the words of one or two of our honourable friends, it beats working any day.
Good, good. Like to keep the troops happy. Oh, that's what I'm here for. About that little fracas. I want you to know that as far as we are concerned, it's forgotten. An honest difference. Okay.
Fine. Is that all?
Let's have a drink sometime. Get to know each other a bit. Chief Whip can't afford to get out of touch.
Sure thing.
I heard a whisper. David Last has got his eye on you to follow Renshaw. Nice one.
You didn't also pick up a whisper I was trying to organise a vote strike, did you, Mr. Maddox?
A what?
Doesn't matter. It's not important. It's just a rumour. You know what this place is like.